After spending a few days in Athens, it's finally time to hit the Greek islands. So we're just gonna go right here? Okay, great. The plan is simple. 3 islands, Paros, Naxos, and Mykonos. In this video, we'll be exploring the island of Paros over the next 2 days. We rented a scooter, circled the island, explored its beautiful beaches. We live here now. This is our home and we're never leaving. Its quaint villages and stunning coastal roads. And tried some delicious seafood, of course. This is our first proper taste of the Greek islands and it did not disappoint. Good morning, beautiful people. Oh, we have woken up this morning in the Greek islands on the island of Paros. We're going to be exploring this island for the next 2 days, but we're actually going to be in the Greek islands for 1 week and we plan on exploring Paros, Naxos, and also Mykonos as well, and seeing what all the hype is about on the islands. Honestly, we're already falling in love. Yesterday we arrived, we caught the ferry from Athens to Paros. It was a 4-hour ferry and actually it was so much simpler and easier than I thought it would be. You buy the tickets online, you check in online, you download your little e-ticket, you just get on. The ferry was so comfortable. We are traveling in October, so it might not have been as packed, so there was plenty of seating. But we came and we checked into our little apartment here. We are staying in Parikia, I think I'm pronouncing that right, which is the main town of Paros, and it's right where the port is and where you'll get dropped off by the ferry. So the plan is today to go and rent a scooter. We found a place that does the scooter for 20 euros a day. So we're going to go and show you guys everything that there is to do here in Paros, which is one of the less touristy, less busy islands. So let's go.
We've made it to what used to actually be the capital during the Byzantine time, that city or the town or village of Naxos. I'm struggling with the Greek names, I'm sorry guys. To the town of Lefkes. It is October, so if you're looking at exploring those islands and shoulder season, see what it's like. Temperature wise already you can tell shirt is perfectly fine. Did arrive yesterday, had a quick swim, so the water is still warm enough. But for now let's start with the mountain town. And we'll definitely be exploring the beaches later.
Greek islands is such a bucket list destination and we're finally here.
Wow, it is absolutely gorgeous and the weather is still perfect. It's sunny, so it's reflecting all those white buildings.
Okay, we can take this one.
I can already tell it's gonna be very hard for me to edit this video because there's so many beautiful corners and we have like 3 islands. I don't know if they're all gonna be looking the same, but yeah, it's gonna be hard to not press record it every time we take a turn.
The cool thing about coming to this island is I've seen the videos of islands like Santorini and Mykonos, which are 2 of the more popular islands here, and I've seen how busy they are with tourists. And like I've read guides where they're like, if you want to get that shot that you see on Instagram, that one photo that's so beautiful, that you literally have to get up at like 6 or 7 a.m. But here it's like 10:30, there's no one around.
So we've made it. There's not much to see apart from its actual just general beauty in this town, but we've made it to the highlight of this town, which is the main church you can see in dominating over the hills, the Holy Trinity Church. This church is made entirely of marble, the Parian marble. This Parian marble is from this island, and the famous aspect of this marble is that it's known for the Venus of Milo, or Venus de Milo, which was found in Milo, but the marble used for that statue is right from that island. But yeah, this is a very popular marble, and this entire church is made from that marble.
It's just like exactly what you imagine when you imagine the Greek islands, like right here, and there's no one.
So another attraction in this little village is the Byzantine Trail. So like I said, this used to be a Byzantine village, and this island has actually been inhabited for 5,000 years. This little village was the sort of capital where everything happened, and there was only one trail, or at least the oldest trail on this island is exactly this trail, the Byzantine Trail. And about 1,000 years ago, it was covered in this beautiful marble I was just talking about. But that was the first trail on this island that linked this village up in the mountain down the coast for the fishing and the food they could gather. Now let's go and carry on exploring the rest of this island. And a quick, like 10-15 minute ride away.
So quick, even on a really slow scooter.
Yeah, we made it to Naoussa. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, which is apparently like the poster child of Paros.
I'm already in love. Look at this street. It's so beautiful.
And chances are, if you have done any research about Paros, you've probably seen photos from this place. It's basically what used to be a fishing village, and it's now like the fancy side of town, or the island.
During the cold 3 months.
Hello, Kalimera.
So as we're making our way, looking around the town, it's beautiful, like everything is picturesque with all the restaurants and the fishing boats and all that. But what you notice behind us, right there, is a Venetian castle. Back in the day, Venetian used to actually run these islands and a few other islands, and those are just the remnants of those times with this fort, the Venetian fort that you have, has a beautiful sight, full background of a photo, but yeah, still standing to this day.
The water is so clear and perfect. Obviously we have to go for a swim, but it's also really windy, so we need to find a beach that is sheltered and protected from the wind, because I mean, look at how nice this water is. So as we're wandering around Naoussa, it's obviously gorgeous. I mean, look at this. But you can tell that compared to Parikia, which is where we are staying and where the port is, it's definitely more built up for tourists. There's a lot more stores, there's a lot more restaurants and bigger restaurants at that. It's a lot more busy with tourists compared to what we discovered yesterday when we arrived. And whilst that is great if you're here for like that kind of vibe, I would definitely recommend that you actually stay in Naoussa. I am gonna say that I love that we chose to stay in Parikia near the port, because honestly it just feels a little bit more local. Don't get me wrong, there's definitely a lot of tourist shops, a lot of restaurants that are obviously geared towards tourists as well. But yeah, there just felt like there was more of a local vibe there than what I'm getting here in Naoussa, even though Naoussa is absolutely stunning. I think I'm so glad that we came to visit it and walk around and take some beautiful photos. But yeah, just depending on what vibe you're wanting, hopefully this will help you choose a little bit where to stay. And in saying that, they are literally 15-minute drive from each other. So if you rent a scooter or you rent some sort of transport, visiting either one of them is so simple and easy that it doesn't really matter where you stay in the end.
So now that we've explored a little bit of the town and its beautiful streets, we'll find a spot that has no wind, and hopefully we can go for a quick dip. Hopefully we can get closer than this, guys.
This is so perfect. This rock just has this groove that's like perfect for my height and my body, and I'm just like...
Oh my gosh, the water is so perfectly blue and clear and amazing. Just a touch cold, which is refreshing, as some might say.
Why did you do that?
Went to get the chickpea.
I thought it's so... How do you call this one?
Yeah, papuchak.
Okay, thank you. Alright, we have come to a restaurant very simply called Taverna. I don't know, it has good reviews on Google. It's not necessarily one that's like hyped up online or anything, but it's on the beach with a beautiful view. It's
Amazing view.
yeah, lovely staff and very reasonable prices, and it is like local cuisine, which is what we wanted. So we asked the waitress,
The mama.
we asked the mama, what should we order? Like, what does she recommend? And she specifically recommended this dish, which is paputsaki, which I know I'm pronouncing wrong, but it is stuffed eggplant. It's stuffed with like mince and vegetables, and then they put a bechamel on top. She said it's kind of like a moussaka, but different. And then obviously we had to get the Greek salad because they just taste better in Greek. And then these ones she recommended are zucchini fritters served with tzatziki. I'm gonna dig into that first.
And we did look online to see what's the things to eat here, and there are apparently a lot of crops of... Do you say crops for chickpeas?
Yeah, I guess so. They grow
Crops of chickpeas. But she said we don't have it, so I assume maybe it's so fresh it's off season. But yeah, apparently chickpeas are a thing here, so we will be here on trying. But there's plenty more to eat here, so I'm starving. It's a very late lunch, it's almost 4 o'clock, so...
Actually, everything that we're eating right now, the best way to describe it, I think, would be fresh. It just feels like fresh home cooking. Fresh home cooking. That's exactly how I would describe everything that we're eating right now. But these are just light and delicious.
Wow guys, what a day we've had. It's our day 1 here. On the beach. Like, I'm salty right now. I got the sun burning my skin. I'm loving it. Got some cold white wine. Delicious food. Some great music in the background. The sound of the sea in the background as well. Wow.
It's a great day.
Great day.
And this is what I was born for. This is the kind of travel we're supposed to do. Amazing lunch that came to just €32, which is incredible considering we had wine and 3 different dishes and bread. So now we're heading to a church that we can actually see from the beach in Parikas when we arrived yesterday. I love it! It's so beautiful! adventure just to get here.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that! Oh my gosh! Amazing. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Oh, it is stunning here.
We cannot believe the prettiness level of this one day.
That's just the north half of the island.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we're going to be exploring the southern part of the island, and then we've got two completely different islands to discover. Wow. Good morning, beautiful people. It is another glorious sunshining day here on Paros. And we still have our scooter, so we've still got quite a bit of exploring to do. But I just thought I would quickly let you guys know we are staying here at John's Rooms and Studios, and it's pretty dang affordable and very, very close to town. And we're paying $75 a night. And the good thing about this is that obviously we have a room, a bathroom, but we also have a little kitchenette. But today we're heading to the southern part of the island. Yesterday, everything we did was on the northern half of the island. So we're going to go to like a completely different area.
What is vamos in Greek? Yalla, dale, andale.
You're saying all different languages.
Ali. So basically we're just riding around the island. Yesterday was very much the highlight of the island. Today is more like the bonus day. We just went to a beach that looked very much like a proper beach when you think of what a beach looks like. And we just saw this beautiful church, like many other on this island, on Google Earth. And we're like, let's go and check it out because now we'll ride back throughout the day. But on top of that beautiful church is this beautiful cove with this beautiful little harbor. It's absolutely gorgeous. The beauty doesn't stop on day 2, guys. Oh.
Look at this water. It's amazing. Oh my gosh. Rugged Greek islands, private little cove. So nice. I love it here. It's just incredibly beautiful. And yeah, like Max said, so yesterday was visiting the beautiful towns of Paros. Today we're gonna try and discover the beautiful beaches, some delicious seafood, and enjoy our time here. European rock beach. Oh my gosh, it is crystal clear. It's so nice. Dude, I was just saying to Max how incredible it is that we're on the Greek islands and this gorgeous beach is completely deserted and we have it all to ourselves. And it's not that early. It's 11 o'clock. But then 2 other people showed up. But literally, we have this beach between 4 people.
I'll allow it.
How amazing is that? In the Greek islands, and it's a gorgeous beach. I'm gonna chicken out of this first swim and lay in the sun for a bit to warm up because it's a little bit too cold for me right now. I think we could have stayed at that beach all day. It was so relaxing and the weather is so nice, but our stomachs are growling and it's definitely time to go get some lunch. So we're gonna make our way to Aliki, which is apparently where the lovely gentleman who rented our scooter to us said is the best place to get fresh seafood on the island.
Yet another day just going from beaches to restaurants. Life is hard, guys.
The Greek islands are just so beautiful and we're just loving this like relaxed holiday vibe so much. Okay, let's go get some food.
Biggest hill so far.
Got it on full throttle. We're doing like 12K. This town is adorable and it's right on the bay. I like it. So we're just walking past this restaurant, which is Cafe Marina, and it has their tables. They're like out on the dock. Looks so nice. And whilst I'm very tempted to be like, let's just eat there, that looks just too nice. We're gonna try and stick to the one that was recommended to us because it was recommended by a local, and his exact words were, the one that locals prefer is this restaurant. So we're gonna go there.
Man, what a surprise!
So I've heard that the grilled octopus is like the thing that you eat in the Greek islands, and well, I wanted to eat it. And here they do sun-dried grilled octopus. So when we walked up, there's this big rack of drying octopus tentacles. I actually went and took a photo of it because it looks so interesting. But apparently that's what I'm eating, which I didn't know. Yeah, so they sun-dry it, and he said that that actually makes it a little bit chewy, which is, I guess, not to everyone's taste, because he actually pointed that out to me, and then he said that that's the way that we like it, that's the way that we eat it. So we thought we had to try the grilled octopus. Then he also recommended the tope fish, which I actually don't know what a tope is. And then, of course, a massive Greek salad. Look how much feta they put on top of this. Just that alone is like a solid meal because of the amount of feta that's on top of it. Definitely feels harder just from like poking my fork into it. Oh. Oh wow, it's actually really good. That's really interesting because actually the initial flavor was so good, but then the more I chewed it, I feel like the more fishy it became. And I was a little bit worried about it having that real fishy flavor. It's good, but I wouldn't say it's the best calamari I've ever had.
Amazing spot though. Amazing food. Amazing day.
There's also giant capers at the cross. We were just about ready to leave. We were literally like packing our stuff up, standing, walking away, and then the waiter came up and was like, just please sit back down because we're going to bring you dessert on the house. Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Wow. I have no idea. It looks like Greek yogurt. Well, he brought us our dessert. He didn't tell us what it was, and I was too shy to ask. But it looks like a really thick and creamy Greek yogurt. Absolutely gorgeous town. I really like Aliki. It's very chilled, very like fisherman village. I love it.
Super nice.
Okay, so €6 for almost a full tank. I think it was like 3/4. In 2 days of riding all around the island, we'd use like 3/4 of a tank, €6. So the total cost of the scooter for 2 days was €46. We have made our way back to the town of Parikia, and I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, but I'm doing the best that I can. This is the main town here in Paros where the port is located. So it's where you actually arrive on the ferry, and it's where we're staying, and it is so adorably cute. I would say Naoussa might have one up on it, but Parikia has way less tourists, and because of that, and because it's not quite as busy, it does feel a little bit more local and a little bit more authentic, but it still has plenty of shopping and jewelry stores and things like that. The first day we arrived, in the afternoon, we spent it wandering around this town and absolutely fell in love with the winding streets and the little churches and all the little cats everywhere. But we thought we'd give you show you around a little bit before we did that. Okay, we've come to the main church here in Parikia, called, and I'm going to apologize in advance for saying this out aloud, the Nagia Ekatontapaliani, or as it's nicknamed, the Church of 100 Doors. Supposedly, there are 99 doors, and potentially one secret door that I guess very few people know about.
And this church is actually one of the oldest church in the whole of Greece. And there's somewhere around here a very well preserved area within this church that comes from the 4th century.
It's amazing.
It's really pretty.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. Oh, wow, look at this view.
Ooh.
Oh, this is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Wow, Paros. It's just amazing. Everything here has been so beautiful, immaculately clean. The water here is crystal clear. There's no rubbish. There's beautiful buildings. Everyone has been so friendly. Like, the locals are just kind and nice. Every restaurant we've been to, the waiters have been like over the top generous. It's been amazing. Been a great couple of days here. I don't want to leave, but we've got 2 more islands that we are still visiting on this trip, so we have to leave if I want to see them, unfortunately.
We will see you in Naxos.